It's Taco Tuesday!
And we are the CrunchWrap Critics.
Where the takes are hot and so is the sauce. My name's Mia.
My name's Sierra.
I'm Michelle.
I'm Acadia.
I'm Ethan.
Today we are talking about all things He-Man and Masters of the Universe. Stay tuned for all that and more on the first episode of CrunchWrap Critics. Alright, so with every episode, since we're at Taco Bell, we obviously have to go over our orders. So I guess I'll start with me. I got a box with a 5-layer burrito, a chalupa supreme, a soft taco, and some cinnamon twists, and a freeze that hasn't arrived yet, sadly. Zero.
I got a soft taco, which apparently has no lettuce. What's wrong with them? And then a crunch wrap, because we're the CrunchWrap Critics, and a sweet tea.
Oh, that means me. I don't actually remember what mine's called, but I got the same thing as Acadia here, so.
I got a cantina chicken bowl with a sweet tea and a bunch of mild salsa.
Oh, I got a mango peach thing.
I got the Doritos Locos Tocos and a Baja Blast Freeze, which hasn't arrived yet.
Just gotta flex on us with the pronunciation. That's what you gotta do. Trying so hard right there.
Prior knowledge. Personally, I had seen the trailer before we came, so like I knew like kind of what was going on. But overall, my dad has the He-Man knowledge and not me.
Oh, yeah.
So, I kind of went in because it seemed fun, and yeah, I hadn't seen much leading up to it. I'd seen trailers like in other movies, like for previews and stuff, and I thought it looked cool. And I had seen the actors and the actresses in, like in other things before, and I was like, you know what, this could be good and cool. And going into it, I thought it was gonna be like I'd seen like remakes of things, like live action stuff of other stuff before. Then I was like kind of disappointed in so I kind of was dreading it a little bit because I didn't know. I don't know. I didn't know if it would be a disappointment. I just didn't want to be disappointed, so I kept my expectations lower.
I feel like it's one of the better live action remakes, though.
I think so, too.
It was pretty enjoyable.
Yeah.
I think so too. But any opinions?
I liked Skeletor. I've always liked Skeletor, actually, because he has a really funny voice. And whoever played him didn't do the funny voice, but he still did a really good job, I think.
Yeah, they had the laugh a few times. So.
Yeah. And he did say boob. And that's like Skeletor's iconic thing is like, yeah, boob.
Yeah, I had only known He-Man from like the memes and stuff. I hadn't even seen the trailer before watching the movie.
Really?
I just heard that we were going out to the movies, and I'm like, oh, okay, sure. I love going to the movies, so I'll come with, right?
I've never heard of either franchise. Never seen the cartoon. Didn't even know it was a thing until your stepmom was going to go see it whenever we went to the movies.
Yeah.
So this is the first time I've seen it. I haven't seen the trailer either, but personally, I enjoyed it.
I saw the trailer like everywhere. I don't know how y'all missed it, but I think the movie is pretty good. My prior knowledge on it is it's mainly something my grandparents and parents have watched a lot, but they kind of put me on it when I was around, I think that like 8 years old is when I first came across He-Man, so I have a little bit of knowledge. And there was a lot of good references during the movie, and I think they did a good job adapting it onto the big screen.
All right, so now that we know you all's background, let's look into some background of the actual film itself before we start talking about more. So we obviously know He-Man. What we do know is that it's based on the popular 80s toys and the TV show, the cartoon that came with it. Here's some film knowledge because I like to geek out a little about it. The rights for the movie changed 3 times from 2009 to 2023 or 4. Yeah, it was originally the original idea first. It was supposed to be a sequel to the movie in was it 1987? Something like that.
Yeah, because there was already a live-action movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that was the original idea for that was in 2009, but then got changed along with an actor, the actor, and then the rights were changed to Netflix. And then finally with Amazon, MGM which we saw a lovely card for at the end of the movie presented by Amazon MGM. And originally, at the beginning, it was supposed to be Noah Centineo, known for his lovely roles in all your favorite Netflix rom-com films, to Kyle Allen, who I had never heard of. Sad. But, who?
He
Oh,
looked
no.
familiar.
No, that's not who played him. Nicholas Galitzine is who plays He-Man, and I had seen him also in a couple different things. But I thought he was good. He was really good to watch. I liked him in other things. I thought he was a good choice in the end. Directed by Travis Knight, whose only previous live-action film direction experience was Bumblebee in 2018.
That was a good movie, though.
It was. And honestly, I really liked the decision because he had done way more animated, like cartoon stuff, and I thought that was a good choice since He-Man came from originally like a cartoon, and so he had that perspective, and I noticed that a lot in like the way it was directed, and like certain things, like the certain like shots and choices there.
And I mean, as an animation nerd myself, I feel like,
Animation-er?
yeah, I love animation. There's like a whole thing, but whatever, right? I feel like having a director who mostly did animation was like so perfect, especially with the amount of CGI needed in a movie like this, with Skeletor and all of the special effects and things like that. And they handled it really, really well.
Especially with like some of the angles during the scenes.
Yeah, the CGI was probably one of my favorite things. Like, I don't know. It could have gone like it was over the top in like different things, but that's what it needed to be in that sense, because like you want to play that like exaggerated thing. Like the thing I liked most about it was like it was exaggerated in some parts and like so like what was the word you were saying, campy. It was really campy, and but it knew what it was doing. It wasn't like something like big. I don't know. It worked. It's like I say, but yeah.
With the fighting scenes too, those were really cool.
That was my favorite part of the entire movie, is whenever they would start fighting, just the way that they were shot and the choreography for all the fights was so much fun to watch.
I feel like going into it, I heard a lot of reviews on the movie saying that it actually wasn't campy and that the sense of humor wasn't very loyal to the source material, which is really strange because I didn't watch a lot of He-Man, but I know enough to know that if you know the actor, I don't know the actor. What's his name? I mentioned him earlier.
Nicholas Galitzine.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not him.
Jer-
Sanders. Ryan?
Adam Sandler.
Oh, Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler, yeah.
I literally bring him up every time I talk about this movie. But Adam Sandler is a very good example of how this movie flow went. He's a very campy actor, and his sense of humor tends to be like over the top and very dad joke energy. And I think this movie nailed that on the head, to where a lot of the jokes were kind of like not very funny, but the delivery made it funny because it's so not funny that it makes it
It's
funny.
glorious.
But then you have to remember the audience that they're making it for. Like, they're making it for the people who are like Gen X, who had it in like their childhoods, and like those kinds of people who find that like funny and like different things. But it's also, they want to appease like the new people, like us who don't really have any experience. And it's just like, oh, this is a cool new action movie that's coming out. And I thought it did well to appease both audiences.
Yeah, it kind of bridged that gap really well.
Yeah, I think the aim of the movie was to get the parents that grew up with it to come and watch it, but also make it so they could bring their kids to it. And I think they did good making it so it had a wide range of audience, and that the people that were original fans of the TV series or the cartoon, they'd be able to watch it and enjoy the movie, but also they'd be able to bring their kids along and see how they like the movie.
It was just a really glorious movie.
I never, like I said before, I don't know much about the franchise, but watching the movie, I was very locked in. I was waiting to see what was happening. I was like, oh my gosh, there's no way that he's going to do this and she's going to do that. It was just like, I was really into it.
It felt like there was a level of plot armor that definitely, every movie has a level of plot armor for its protagonist, for the people that like actually matter to the show. But there was at least one character that I didn't expect anything to happen to, that did definitely have things happen to him, and I was a little surprised. I mean, I'm trying not to get too spoilery.
I was going to
before
say
we
we're
get
going to
into the
save that
summary,
for the
but-
deep dive section.
But there are some elements where it kind of subverts what I was expecting.
Yeah.
But it still feels like a trope. It almost feels like it's playing with that and having fun with that sort of back and forth with the audience.
In like one sentence, can you say whether you, on a scale from 1 to 4, would you recommend it? With 4 being the highest and 1 being the lowest.
Me?
My,
Okay.
anyone. I'll go first. I think it's a 3. I don't think it's like doing anything like new or special, and I don't think it's like the new best movie of all time. But it's a good movie and it's a loyal adaptation, and I think they did pretty good. They did pretty good at going what they were going for. They were going for adapting an old 80s cartoon, and I think for what they wanted to do and set out to do, they did pretty well.
From my experience, just seeing like the CGI in the movie and just the plot overall, I give it like a 3.5 for somebody that hasn't known the franchise. I really liked it.
I mean, I hesitate to give it a 3, just because it's a good movie, but I wouldn't recommend it to everyone and anyone, you know. I feel like there's definitely an audience for it. I'd say like a 2.5, because it's definitely an enjoyable experience. I think it's worth the money. It's very fun to watch. It kept me engaged the entire time, you know. It's a fun movie. It just isn't doing anything really new. And, you know, it's okay. It's a good movie.
I'd also say a 3 because like it was really entertaining, like in like a lot of ways. Like you said, like nothing's really like new, like nothing like big and crazy, like any huge changes and like whatever. But, like you can't please everyone, but I think with this one, I don't know. I thought it was good. It's worth seeing. Like if you have time in the summer, I think people should see it.
I feel like I'm gonna say a 4, just because, like, all the like live action remakes are always like really bad, and this one was really good. So I feel like it's definitely like, come on, you gotta see it. You gotta see it.
Good by proxy.
Disney. Take
Okay.
some notes.
If you're not careful, the mouse is going to come first.
The
All right,
production
moving on.
company wasn't owned by the mouse. Anyway.
Moving on to the next section, what are 1 or 2 things that you disliked about the movie? Keep it pretty vague, so like example, pacing, characters, character development, etc.
Okay, you know what? I wasn't sure if I had anything to say to start with, but I have definitely thought of something. It didn't feel like the main character, He-Man, he didn't really, like, do anything, you know? He saved the day, whatever, right? But he didn't, like, go through any amount of character development, I feel like. He just kind of sat there and,
He was awkward.
yeah, he was awkward. And he was like an everyday guy type character. I can tell you're supposed to relate to him. You're supposed to kind of project yourself onto him. But, like, other than that, I don't feel like he did much.
It also didn't like explain like how he got his like power exactly. Like I think I was confused on that part more, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So there was like a plot hole on how the power and the sword works. My thing is that I wish the movie wasn't so predictable. I feel like I could tell what was going to happen next, what this character was going to say, how it was going to end, who was going to lose a fight, who was going to win a fight. And I don't think that made the movie bad because, I mean, the movie itself is pretty strong. It's a pretty strong movie. But the predictability behind it kind of just made it like I was rewatching it on my first watch.
A lot of action movies tend to be predictable.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of formulaic like that. It's person A fights person B, and usually person A wins. So it's
Especially
like-
an 80s cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was always
That's-
hero good, villain bad.
That's why I feel like it's being true to the source material. I
Yeah.
haven't watched He-Man, but I feel like it's that vibe where it's like, you know what's going to happen. The fun part is watching it happen, actually.
like I agree that like there was like the plot like well, I was like me as someone who's never consumed He-Man before like I was like yeah there's this sword with this thing where did it come from? I always also think that but there was something like however it's like oh it was predictable. I loved how it leaned into the absurdity and the predictable. That was like one of my favorite things about it. Like I don't know it just like never took itself too seriously like because it knew it was being like silly
Over the
for-
top.
but yeah, it knew it was being silly at like certain things, and I'm like, this is, but it worked. It wasn't like overly stupid. Like it worked. The CGI, like some people can like overdo with CGI and whatever, but I thought it worked for this one, especially because of the cartoon and all that goes on in the cartoon. It was just like an accelerated version of. I thought they used it to the best of their ability, especially in like the transformation and like different things. And I hope that's not. I don't think that's spoiler because I think people know.
Yeah.
He-Man. He's He-Man.
That's like He-Man's thing.
That's He-Man's thing. And I was
He has
like,
the big
that,
muscles and the big sword, you know.
I like that was. I don't know. That was really cool. I really did like that.
There was one scene where someone shows up and they don't show the person showing up, and it's just like, how did he get there?
Oh.
And they just start talking to him like he's been there the whole entire time, but he just magically shows up. I feel like it's a continuity error
Where is that?
towards the end.
Yeah, that confused me too. I was talking to you about that.
Yeah, it just I don't know. That I feel like to me that's my only complaint.
But this isn't a complaint more than an observation. If I watch certain things, I love seeing how they put like ad placements. Like you can tell they put ad
All the cars.
Yeah,
Did you notice
especially
what
Coca-Cola.
brand all the cars were?
Randall the cars. Did you know that he was pouring Coke in that glass?
Did you notice specifically the Prime truck came?
Yeah,
I did not notice that.
The Amazon Prime truck.
Oh, the Amazon Prime truck.
Like that's very
I
like
was thinking about that.
yeah.
Did you
The
know?
true hero is the Amazon Prime truck.
Yes. Did you notice the brand of sweatshirt that Jim Bro Skeletor was wearing?
No.
Nike. It was Nike.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
Every time
now I want to
something
buy
took
Nike.
place- every time something took place in the real world, there was some sort of advertisement. Which I mean, get your bag. It wasn't like over the top because it wasn't like getting in the way of or like affecting the quality of the movie. But sometimes it's a bit too obvious. Like especially, I think the biggest culprit was Coke. It was so obvious that it was a Coke advertisement. I feel like they just copy and paste that scene into like a 6-second ad, and they're good.
This Coke is now in your glass.
Also now
And now the
that
glass holds the power.
It was like the commercial that played before the movie in the theater when it's like bubbling. That's what it felt like.
now that you mentioned real world, what like really confused me too is that like in the beginning, whenever all those things were happening, nobody was questioning it. Everybody was like kind of freaked out, but nobody was like, we didn't get like a shot to like Earth and it was like, hey, what the crap is going on? What is this?
Yeah.
Like that never happened. And
I was thinking about that like during the scene. I was like,
Shh, no
how are
spoilers.
they not just? I'm not
vague.
spoiling.
Be vague.
I'm being vague. Like, how are they not like? What? It felt like they're either running or admiring it. I mean, maybe I could see like them thinking it was like someone filming a movie because I mean
Yeah.
it does look very movie-like.
But we didn't get like perspectives of like
Newsflash.
Yeah, we
Like
didn't
a
get
newsflash
that.
section.
We should have got that.
I want it to be like Spider-Man when it comes up on his face, like Spider-Man has revealed to be Peter Parker, like something like that, like have you seen Spider-Man
Yeah, I have.
or whatever? You know, at the end of No Way Home when he's like on the screen, it's like this is happening in the city. I'm like, I wish it was a little more like that, but
Or how the people that didn't believe him were like, oh, so it was real, it was true. Like that didn't happen either.
Yeah,
It weirded me out.
but I mean,
We
I
got-
feel like he left in such a like that.
Yeah, the pacing of that whole opening bit is a little odd.
They were rushing to get back to the original plot.
Yeah,
Because I mean, the interesting part is when you see the fantastical world, and it's Eternia, it's everything that we could have dreamed, and then you don't want to linger on the real world, I suppose.
Yeah.
okay, I feel like we're getting like too into it.
Yeah,
we need to have a more.
a-
Okay, so this is the part where warning. Spoilers ahead because we're getting too deep into this and we need to talk about it more without any guardrails. So, all right.
If you don't want spoilers, leave.
Yeah, go watch it and come back.
To start off, what like worked for y'all? So name like a highlight of the movie, whether it's a specific scene or a plot device. Okay, Sierra.
The Taco Bell ringer, the Taco Bell ringer, if you will.
Yes.
Ding ding.
But if you can name something in the movie that like really worked for you that you found, Sierra, you can go. You've been waiting.
We know what worked for you.
So there was this one scene where Skeletor was going into He-Man's mind, and it was really funny because he would wear these like human clothes. Well, I mean, I don't know if Skeletor's a human or not. I'm not really sure.
I don't think so.
He has a skull for like.
Well, I mean, like
that's true. It's
you could consider him.
He's
like,
purple.
He's human
Was he
looking.
a previous human?
He's a humanoid.
He looks like a human.
His skin is purple. I don't think he's human.
No, he's blue.
It's blue.
Oh yeah, you're
Well,
right.
yeah.
I got
His
confused with this guy.
his hood is purple actually.
His Nike gym hoodie was
Yes.
purple.
Yeah.
He wore a Nike gym hoodie, and then he wore like a tuxedo, which was, it was a pretty color. I'm not gonna lie.
And he wore business casual.
And yeah, and he was wearing short sleeves, and he looked like a nerd, and I loved it.
He had the coffee in as well in the office.
Like, and then he questions what's going on because he doesn't understand like an office building, but like somehow he's already like into it. He's just Skeletor. He's silly, and I love him.
Sierra's gonna make this all about Skeletor.
Yeah.
No, okay, but I also loved Skeletor. Just like everything about whenever he was on screen, I just loved the animation that they did for the jaw, the way that they were able to make him expressive without, reaching too far into the uncanny valley.
Yeah.
Without reaching too far into the uncanny valley, they were able to give him expressions and stuff. There was one scene towards the end of the movie where he attacks He-Man with his staff and stuff, and it's just the way that it was animated is so good. I loved it so much.
Is that the one where it was like, it would change direction and like,
Yes!
like whenever he punched him, with it? I loved that
That
sequence.
was so good. That was my
so good.
favorite scene out of the entire movie, I think.
It was probably mine too, honestly.
Just the fights in general too were just so amazing. I loved them.
And back to like the character development, like the ending part where He-Man is like, you can stop being the villain, and you can like, at that point you're thinking like, is he gonna is he gonna change his mind? Because that's what I thought. I thought it was gonna be one of those scenes where it's like, you know what, you're right. I should stop being evil.
Yeah.
But because it's like based off an 80s cartoon,
Yeah.
villain bad, hero good, and then Skeletor is like, no, I am the villain.
No, but it's good.
It was cringy, but it had aura.
No, but I liked that so much more. I honestly cringed way more at like the guys. You can change. Like you can be good. And it's like this is Skeletor who is like
The
villain
HR
literally
people.
has killed him. I was like the HR and the HR He-Man over here trying to de-escalate the situation. No.
Also, just the take of He-Man being an HR rep in real life was just hilarious. I
That was
love
so
that
funny.
so much. I hated the boss the second she came
She
on
was
screen.
so condescending.
It's so good, making me hate her.
One scene that really hit that boss's personality like on the head was when she said, "If you walk out of this place, you could kiss this place goodbye consensually."
Essentially.
And one thing that actually really landed for me, way off topic from the boss thing, but the references to the original cartoon. So, for example, if you notice, He-Man's wearing like his pink shirt with a white undershirt. That was one of his outfits in the original cartoon, and his costume when he transforms, that's very loyal to how it looked in the original cartoon as well.
Question: would you wear the loincloth if you had the muscles?
No.
Yes.
Yeah. That was a very quick answer.
Very quick.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I don't think it's my color.
Jason says yes.
Jason says yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We need to get you
No
one. We
comment.
need to get you the little skirt.
Jason
Little
He-Man
skirt.
cosplay would be like mythical.
Also, that one reference to that YouTube meme, you were showing me that at the end of the movie.
And I said, hey, yeah.
Oh,
I said, hey.
a couple more things. Some references. If you the first end credit scene, or post credit scene, out of 3. So watch all the credits. There's this like little wizard dude, like floating little wizard dude. So
Orc,
yeah,
I think.
But if you should know this, but for those that don't know, in the original cartoon, he shows up at the end of every episode and kind of recaps everything that happened in the episode. So that's why he showed up at the end of the movie. He was kind of it was a reference to that, and also how the guys laughed at the end of the movie. They're like going all the way back here, like full belly laughing. That's a reference to the original cartoon, because in the original cartoon, all the guys laughed exactly like that. They had full
I
like.
was
belly
wondering
laugh.
why they were doing that. I thought they were like trying
Yeah.
to do it like this joke isn't actually funny, but we're gonna laugh anyways. I thought they were
No,
like doing
that's how
that.
they laugh in the cartoon. They go,
Yeah, no, in the original cartoon they did that.
Another thing that like really like irked me is that every scene where he would drop the sword and he would like not pay attention to it for like less than like 5 minutes, and he would pay attention to something else whenever there's people clearly after the sword. That made me so mad. I was like, hold the sword with
the
you,
sword
dude.
has
like,
plot armor. Like
Pretty much.
whenever he would drop it, I'm like, please just grab the sword. Even the evil guys, just grab the sword.
The scene where his dad was dying, and the sword was just over
The sword
there.
was just over there.
I was just like,
what is in you?
Skeletor probably has it in his hands right now.
I love how Skeletor's just like standing like this every single time. Like,
Waiting.
He's so cute.
and he's like,
That's a word.
the villains don't wait for you to say goodbye to your dad.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
okay.
Anyway, that's a great segue into what did you have beef with? I think we obviously have some beef with something. So
Yeah, the plot armor was heavy. When He-Man fought Trapjaw on the bridge, he dropped the sword and it was on the side that Trapjaw
Yes!
was on. What would have stopped Trapjaw from just
or
going?
even like the dozen
Peace.
other guys behind
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, no, they
grab
could have
it.
just grabbed it. Like
Just
yeah,
grab it, escape on the literal spaceship.
because it was taking forever for He-Man to beat up Trapjaw. So even if it was just Trapjaw or another one of the minions that just took the sword and left, like if it was a minion that took the sword and left, He-Man's not going to be able to get the sword. Sure, he's still super strong. Even if he beats up Trapjaw, it doesn't matter. He doesn't have the sword anymore.
Also, not only that, but that one scene where he was like holding the spaceship up while she was grabbing something, and then that other scene near the end where everybody was like piling up on top of him. I know he like threw them all off after, but he waited
Yeah,
like
he
a
was
good,
struggling.
like 30 seconds.
He
to
was
do
going.
that.
you have like an internal monologue
Dude,
for like
he
20
just, like,
seconds.
picked
and
up a
like,
whole entire spaceship.
Oh, also, this is kind of weird, but during the fight with Trapjaw, they grabbed each other like so many times, and they would throw each other. Why would they throw each other on the platform and not just
Off.
Off the bridge.
Because it was
Yeah.
like 4 times that
sucker's
they
dead.
picked each other
Yeah.
up and just shoved them.
And they didn't even do like a scene where he hangs on or something for dramatic effect. There were so many things that they could have done with the bridge scene, I feel.
the secondhand embarrassment was not that bad. It was from also like scenes like that, and I'm like, you're going 3 times. It's 4 times now, and I'm like, this is getting bad. And there's just something like I loved how they leaned into the silliness, but also at sometimes I was like, oh, okay.
When he grabbed the
This is
sword in
happening.
the store, I have the power.
Oh.
Well,
See, I feel like
No,
if,
that
it,
was the
if it had
point.
gone on for like 1 second more, it would have been way too much. But I feel they kind of lingered on it just enough
yeah,
to be
it
like,
was-
ooh.
I mean, that's like his thing. It's like the point of the thing.
Friendship is
Magic.
magic.
Very that.
Magic.
Very that. But I don't know. I guess I thought that was okay because I'm like, I know this is the point of the thing, like
Yeah.
his thing. But like, I don't know. But can we talk about the friend zone of the century?
Oh,
Yeah.
that one
Anyway,
was
that was
painful.
that was really painful.
Like a little brother to me. You'll never be anything but a friend.
Ooh.
You'll always be friends.
No matter
and then
what.
they never talk about it again.
She made sure to do it like right before they kissed too.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, she was leaning into.
Also,
Yeah,
like
She
maybe
was leaning into.
that was just like left open and then
I know. I was like,
No, I kind of like how
I
they
liked
did.
how they didn't have the romance
Yeah.
B plot. That was just kind of thrown in.
Yeah.
That was nice, but also at the same time, when you go that far, and then
I
you're
was
just like,
expecting it.
okay.
I'm glad there was no romance. I feel like it just
Yeah.
would have been like, why?
Except between
It's just the fact that it went there. I was just like, ooh, okay.
Moving on, we'll go to the Diablo deep cut. What is something that happened during the movie that you weren't expecting to feel anything about? So like a side character that you weren't expecting to be like your favorite, or a certain event that you thought would be meaningless but came up to you and you thought was pretty cool.
I think someone
Sierra,
would like.
you look
Sierra,
like you
would
have
like to
something
go
big to say.
Would you like to go first?
Can I talk about the glorious scene?
That it makes it
It's
funny.
glorious.
You have to, but then you have to remember the audience that they're making it for.
It was just a really glorious movie.
Oh no.
I won't. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything crazy. Okay, so Skeletor says something about the sword in He-Man, and he just says it really weird, and it's like it's supposed to be an indie window, and it kind of just shocked me. I was like, Skeletor,
You know what
why are
it
you
is?
saying that?
It's an HR violation.
H-
It's an HR violation.
They were
It
in the
happens
corporate office. They
and
were in the corporate
They were in the corporate office. It's just a callback, guys. That's what it is. That's what it is.
One thing that really was like, oh no, is I thought whenever in the beginning the whole castle thing exploded, I thought the tiger went with it.
Me too.
I was so sad. I was like, no, no.
He had 4 minutes of screen time.
I knew the tiger was gonna stay because I know it's like a character and stuff.
Yeah.
He lived.
I did like at the beginning, instead of what Lionsgate or whatever it's called, that company, they always have a lion roaring at the beginning, but instead of having the lion, it was that character, the cat.
Cringer.
What?
Cringer.
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 Say his name.
Cringer?
That's his name?
He cringes a lot.
That's true.
Oh, that's so cute.
Cringer? Okay, I'm gonna
I
have to
think that's how
judge
you
them for
pronounce
that
it.
creative choice.
But one thing that I wasn't expecting to like care about, but ended up liking by the end of the movie, I think the boss lady was a good character. You don't like her during the movie, but if you look at her from like outside outside of how annoying her character was, she was a pretty funny character.
Oh yeah.
She serves her narrative purpose so well.
Yeah, her being the condescending,
But at the
really
same time,
woke.
it's like, yeah.
She's
People
a really
really committed to
woke,
the bit.
condescending boss. And
That
she hit
the
pretty
team meeting at the start where they're like,
Feel you.
our truth. Is it your truth or my truth? It's the truth.
Well, there's
I'm
also
like, oh gosh.
That's why I'm so glad they leaned into that. Like that
Yeah.
was like that's
If
probably
it
my
had
thing
been like
that I
an
was
offhand like wrenching, then I would have
Yeah.
been like,
on your hot sauce rating. What would you give it? Because I'll go first since I've already had one in mind. I think I give it a hot. On
yeah.
a scale from sauce bill, mild, hot, fire, and Diablo, I'll give it a hot because it did what it was set out to do pretty well, but it did nothing special.
Yeah, it's pretty middle of the ground. I'd recommend this to people, but it's not any like it's nothing new.
So you'd give it the same rating?
Yeah, hot. It was good.
I'd also give it hot for the same reason.
Sierra?
I'd say Diablo.
'Cause-
Skeletor.
Yeah, yeah.
Skeletor. So you recommend everybody come see it because of Skeletor?
Yes.
Got it.
That's valid.
I think I'll go middle from them. I'll go fire because I don't know. I've seen the similar things that it's done, like the like I think it was campy, like that's like silly stuff like that, like corporate He-Man, and then the other things like I didn't expect to like it, and I was like, this is actually works and it's really fun. So yeah, I'll go fire.
Yeah, it
Great
was a
one
good
all around.
live action.
I like good live action remake. It wasn't bad like some other ones. Like I thought it was actually I thought it was good. Yeah.
Yeah, it deserved its runtime.
Speaking of a cult classic and a franchise that refuses to die, we will be doing Toy Story 5 on next episode, and I'm quite excited for that one.
Can't wait to review the iPad Kid edition.
Oh, yeah.
the
Oh,
iPad
yeah.
Kid edition.
iPad kid.
The vlogger.
Now, we'll see y'all next week on Taco Tuesday. Peace out.
Peace out from the CrunchWrap Critics. We'll see you next time.